have the great pleasure of being here with Silvio Napoli. He's the chairman of Schindler Group. So maybe, Silvio, if you'd start a bit with just telling us about Schindler Group.
So Schindler is one of the world leaders in elevators, escalators, moving walk. It was founded in 1874 by the Schindler family. Today we move 1.5 billion people a day.
Wow. That's impressive. We talk a lot about digital transformation these days. What does it mean to you, and what does it mean to a company that has such a rich history?
Until now, all the data associated with transportation was trapped in every machine room, in every shaft, in every escalator, in what we call the controller, the computer that regulate the elevators. We were always dealing with customers who own the buildings, that take care of the maintenance, but the passenger was always something we could never reach except transporting. So today, digital offers us the opportunity to improve customer experience, to use the data and get a business to a next level.
So talk a little bit about the journey, if you will. My guess is taking your people on a journey of understanding what digital opportunity might be. Has been a body of work for you. What's it been like?
It's been a journey. I think most industrial companies, we started using what we call IT as infrastructure, which goes through ERP, and then it evolves slowly towards means to optimize our processes. We try to look at even how we could improve our services. The next step is, first of all, enhancing collaboration across our technicians, across all our different units around the world. But in parallel, there is also another aspect, which is thanks to data-driven business, we can now look at expanding our business. We even created a startup called Building Minds, which goes beyond elevators and escalators. It's about a software as service platform to help real estate and construction in terms of introducing an operating system that can bring all contributors on one single platform.
Wow. So what has that meant for your people? You sort of create a startup within Schindler. How do the people who've been sort of a part of the traditional business interact with the new business? What's that been like?
Brand new innovation, disruptive innovations tend to be suffocated in traditional businesses.
I see. Yeah.
So we said with a startup, we isolated from the main business, and then we created a new team in a different location, and that team now reports directly to me, to the board, as opposed to the normal business. And I'm very pleased with the progress so far, and most of all, response from our customers.
Oh, that's great, that's great. So let's come back to the technology itself. Talk to me about the importance of data, and data as a foundation for everything you do.
Construction and real estate is an industry which has been very reticent to innovate. Every contributor to a building was bringing their own process, their own data, and their own tools. As a result of this lack of collaboration, buildings are still built largely the way they were 50 years ago or even more. So data is key, and that's where Microsoft was instrumental as a partner. We do need a common platform, and you have this common data model, which I think makes a huge difference, which not only enables us to look into all these opportunities and address requests from our customers.
Great. Well, look, I'm really glad we've been able to partner in that regard. I appreciate it. You've done a great body of work here, and it's impressive to see your own growth as a company, as well as the birth of a startup as well. What advice would you have to share with your peers that are trying to achieve some of the same things?
I think one needs to be humble in the approach. It looks very cool, it's very exciting, but Rome wasn't built in a day. I can say this as a Roman, and definitely you're not going to go through your digital journey as fast as you think you can.
That's right.
I do think one has to look in parallel at processes, technology, and culture. And if I have to maybe highlight what I believe is the biggest challenge, it is culture. The fact of creating this startup was about sending a message on culture, meaning we are here to foster innovation regardless of any immediate operational aspects. But more than that, Culture is about sending a message that the future is about collaborating in a company, to force people to change the way they've been working, which in a company which has 145 years of history is can be a challenge.
Yeah, I bet. Well, thank you so much, Silvio, for sharing all of your thoughts, and congratulations, frankly, on all your success. I appreciate the humility that you bring to the conversation as well. I personally believe this is a learning journey that we're all on together, and I really appreciate you sharing your thoughts.
Thank you, Judson.